Good morning and welcome to the Weekly Word, where we bring you all that is happening here at Grace Outreach Riyadh, the friendly church. If you're here for the first time, once again, welcome to GOC. We are glad to have you with us today. So right after the service, come over to the fellowship hall, where we have a table set aside just for you. Don't forget to fill in your contact card and hand it over to any of the members of the Connect to Grace ministry so you can stay connected. Our website www.graceoutreachriyadh.com is currently under maintenance, where you can stay connected once it's up and running. But for the meantime, you can still keep in touch with us by logging on to our Facebook page or following us on Twitter. Last week, Pastor Victor preached a message, The Joy of a Comeback. The joy of victory is when you recover from a down-and-out encounter. If you missed it or would like to hear it again, DVDs are available to order at the fellowship hall right after service.
In order to serve you better, GOC has appointed Pastor Anthony Mwepo to be stationed at the Powerhouse during 2 days of the week. You can meet with him and pray with him on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is a shout out to all those that would like to help keep the Powerhouse clean. It is God's house, therefore it is important for it to be kept in order. So for all those that would like to help clean, please see Sister CD immediately after the service.
The GPL Church, headed by Pastor Joey, will be having a concert right here at the temple from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. Entry is free. So come join and be blessed at this wonderful night of praise and worship right here at 6 p.m.
If you have a cell phone or any other electronic device, we kindly ask that you switch them off or put them on silent so all distractions can be eliminated while the service is going on, especially during the sermon. Thank you. Now here is Sister Alexa to give us the latest news about the City of Refuge.
I want to share with you what the City of Refuge might look like. As we continue with the planning, most likely it will change. However, this is where we are now. We would like to own 50,000 square meters of land. That's about 12 acres or 9 football fields. We could operate on a much smaller property. However, having this much land would allow us to leave some of it undeveloped so that we can expand in the future. We've planned the construction in 3 phases. However, it would be ideal if it's possible to raise the funds to construct it all in one phase. But if we look at the first phase, the most important thing is security. So for that reason, the perimeter wall should be in the first phase, as well as the access roads. The next thing that's important is the large conference space. Grace Outreach is one of the largest churches in Riyadh, and it's currently got about 800 members, and it's been growing by 100% each year. So if we think about the size of Grace Outreach now, that it would take a couple years at least to design and build such a facility, and how much will Grace Outreach grow between now and then? And if we think about the idea that other churches may want to use this facility as well, we think we should build about 2,000 seats in the first phase. We should also include the administrative building in the first phase. That would allow us to move out of the Powerhouse, relocate on site, and we would no longer have to pay rent. This would allow us to use those resources elsewhere. Also, security is very important. So having the 24-hour security housing in the first phase is essential to opening the facility. As we look at the second phase of construction, the multi-purpose space with classrooms and maybe 200-seat conference space is something we think would be used as churches begin to develop their education programs. The guest house is also in phase 2. This would allow churches to save on hotel expenses and have their visitors right on site. One of my most favorite features of this project is a plaza. Riyadh enjoys 6 months of beautiful weather each year. As the church community begins to congregate on site, Having an outdoor space at the very heart of the campus is something that would be an oasis for visitors. As we looked at the third phase, we anticipate that at that time we would be needing to expand the 2,000-seat conference space into a 3,000-seat conference space. That means we would be building a 1,000-seat addition to the previous building. The sports facility is also in the third phase. This would include locker rooms, a fitness gym, sports gym, aerobics area, swimming pool, tennis court, and a soccer field. This facility would be a great benefit to the Christian community in Riyadh, and particularly for women. It's very possible that this place will be a home base for the majority of Christian groups in the city of Riyadh for many years to come. This is just the first step. So for this reason, we need to make provision for future growth. That's why we need to reserve some land opened. The idea would be to build everything in the project in one single phase. This would minimize our security risk during the construction of phases 2 and 3, and it would also be the most efficient in terms of cost and time. I hope this helps you imagine a little bit of what the City of Refuge could look like.
Well, that's all we have for this week.
Enjoy the rest of the service.
Remember, it's a new day in your life, and Jesus Christ is Lord.